We've all been there. You watch an inspiring video, read a motivational book, or listen to a podcast episode and instantly you're pumped. You're so fired up that for a few hours, maybe even a few days, you feel unstoppable. You're convinced that nothing can hold you back. You think to yourself, this is it, this time it's different. I'm going to crush my goals and finally become who I want to be. For a while, everything is going great. You stick to your new workout routine. You hit the books or start that business idea you've been putting off for ages, but then slowly but surely, life starts to creep back in. The alarm clock rings at AM and suddenly that motivation isn't anywhere to be seen. The gym shoes go back in the corner, the writing project goes untouched, and the business idea stays just that, an idea. So where did all that motivation go? Well, the truth is, it was never really there to begin with. See, motivation is a fickle mistress. It's like a sugar rush. It gives you a quick burst of energy, but it always fades. That's why most people start strong but fail to finish. So what separates those who quit from those who succeed? It's not endless motivation, it's discipline. In this episode of Rise and Grind, we'll uncover the secret to consistency, why discipline is stronger than motivation, how to build it, and how to apply it in every area of your life. So grab a notebook, get ready to take notes because this is a game changer. Discipline defined first. Let's define our terms. What exactly is discipline? See, discipline isn't a complicated mystical concept, it's simple. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your bed is warm. It's eating healthy when junk food is right in front of you. It's showing up to work on your goals every single day regardless of how you feel. Discipline is a choice, not a feeling, and choices repeated over time build consistency. Why motivation fails? Motivation is emotional. It depends on how you feel in the moment. When you're excited, you act. When you're tired, stressed, or distracted, motivation disappears. Think about New Year's resolutions. Gyms are packed in January, but by February, most people stop showing up. Why? Because their plan relied on motivation instead of discipline. To succeed at anything, you must separate your emotions from your actions. Success doesn't come from waiting for motivation to strike. Success comes from acting even when you don't feel like it. That's discipline. The power of consistency. Consistency is where transformation happens. Small repeated actions compound into massive results. 10 push-ups a day won't change your life overnight, but 10 push-ups every day for a year. That's 3,650 push-ups. Your body will change. Writing 500 words a day doesn't feel like much, but in a year that's 180,000 words, enough for 2 full books. Saving $5 a day doesn't seem important, but over 10 years with interest it becomes thousands of dollars. Consistency beats intensity. Motivation wants big bursts. Discipline builds daily habits. Over time, discipline always wins. How to build discipline? Building discipline isn't about being superhuman, it's about creating systems that make discipline easier. Start small. Don't set unrealistic goals. Begin with something manageable. Wake up 15 minutes earlier, not 2 hours. Read 5 pages, not 50. Create routines. Make your actions automatic. If you exercise at the same time every day, eventually it becomes as normal as brushing your teeth. Remove temptations. Discipline isn't about willpower alone, it's about designing your environment. Remove distractions. Put your phone in another room. Keep junk food out of the house. Use accountability. Tell a friend your goal. Hire a coach. Join a group. When others expect you to show up, you're less likely to quit. Reward progress. Celebrate your wins. Rewards train your brain to enjoy the process. Next, let's talk about some real-life examples of discipline in action. People like David Goggins, the former Navy SEAL who didn't rely on motivation to run ultramarathons. He relied on discipline. He trained daily, no excuses. Think about Serena Williams. She didn't become one of the greatest tennis players by waiting for motivation. She practiced consistently for decades. What about entrepreneurs like Elon Musk? They work through long hours and setbacks, not because they feel motivated every day, but because discipline keeps them moving forward. These people aren't superhuman, they've mastered the art of discipline. Here's the thing, you might think you lack discipline, but that's just not true. You're simply untrained. Discipline is like a muscle, it can be developed with practice. So if you're struggling with discipline, don't beat yourself up. Just recognize that it's a skill that needs work, just like any other skill, and guess what? With practice, you can absolutely get better at it. The mental shift. Now let's talk about a mental shift that will take your discipline to the next level. You see, most people struggle with discipline because they approach it the wrong way. They think of discipline as something they do occasionally. They tell themselves, oh, I need to be disciplined today to work out or finish that project. But that's not how it works. Discipline becomes easier when it's tied to your identity. If you only run when you feel motivated, you'll stop often. But if you believe I am a runner, then running becomes part of who you are. When your identity is tied to your actions, you don't even think about it. You just do it because it's who you are. Discipline is about shifting from I have to do this to this is who I am. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Discipline says, this is just what I do. You've probably heard the phrase your net worth is your work ethic times your age squared. Let me add a twist to that. I say your net worth is your discipline times your time. Discipline is the key that unlocks the door to success. It allows you to harness the power of time. The more disciplined you are, the more successful you can be. Obstacles on the path. Now let's address a common question. Isn't discipline too hard? Doesn't it require extreme willpower? Well, the answer is no. In fact, discipline gets easier over time. Think of it this way. When you start a new diet, the hunger and cravings are intense. But as you stick to your plan, the hunger diminishes. Same with a new workout routine or learning a language. The initial discomfort fades away. However, there will be obstacles. Fatigue, failure, distractions, doubts, and fears will always try to hold you back. The key to overcoming these obstacles is preparation. For fatigue, schedule rest. For failure, reframe it. Every setback is feedback. For distractions, guard your focus. Turn off notifications. Set boundaries with people. Your goals deserve your attention. Why discipline brings freedom? At first, discipline feels restrictive. Waking up early, sticking to routines, saying no to temptations. It seems like you're limiting yourself. But here's the paradox. Discipline creates freedom. Financial discipline creates the freedom to live without debt. Health discipline creates the freedom to live without disease. Work discipline creates the freedom to build the life you want. Motivation gives short-term excitement. Discipline gives long-term freedom. Now here's the million-dollar question. Are you ready to choose discipline? It's time to stop waiting for motivation and start living a life by design, not by default. Are you ready to embrace the power of discipline? I know you are. You've shown me through your incredible support and engagement on this channel. Thank you for being part of the Rise and Grind community. Together, we are building a movement of unstoppable individuals who are ready to conquer their goals and live on their own terms. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here to support you every step of the way. So if you found value in today's episode, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for being a part of this amazing community. And please share your thoughts and comments below. Your feedback fuels our journey. Now it's time to put this knowledge into action. Go out there and show the world what you're made of. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep chasing your dreams. I'll see you in the next episode.